So yesterday we were seeing about the pyramid numbers. So today we are going to continue on the same. So let me take it. We'll continue on the same paint pad that we started yesterday. Now we have the pyramid numbers over here. So yesterday we saw the basics over there. So right now if I want to get 1 1 1 1 1 2 3 4, so how to do is what yesterday we saw. So now let me do for 1 2 3 4. Let me increase the font size for a little bit. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, so totally 3 rows, 4 columns. So when we want to do this pyramid numbers, first actually what we have to prepare the logic, then only we need to start writing the program here. Correct? So how to do that? So that's what we are going to see. So first we will identify what are the things we have. Totally 3 rows. Three rows here. Then after that actually what? Start from where? Start by 1. See here 1 2 3. Okay, so it is actually what going by increment. So 1 1 1, if it comes over there, we will always take it as an increment. N by 3. Okay, it's an increment. Same for this. So totally 4 columns. Start by 1, n by 4. This is also as an increment here. Okay, this is what first we need to identify. Based on this only actually what we need to go. So always columns means what? It's a inner loop. Always columns means it's a inner loop, because why means, so columns actually what will be like a faster running loop for us always. Okay, see 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, then rows always will be an outer loop. Okay, this is what first we need to identify. Based on this only it should work. Got it? Columns means always it's an inner loop. Rows means always it's a outer loop over here. That's the thing. So first we identified this. Based on this, we will start working on it. So next, here I will have I and J and then my output. Okay. So now for me, I want to prepare it and then I want to run it. So to do this, how I can do? For me, here 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Got it? So for me, if I want to do this, how we can get that information? Okay, so now for me, so I here first we will go with actually what I as 1. Okay, then after that actually what columns 1 2 3 4 it should run. 1 2 3 4 it should run. Then only actually what my output, it will be printed as actually what 1 2 3 4. Okay, then after that next actually what we have to take again
2.
no, so The information is what here, that is yes.
One.
I value you should go to 2.
2, yeah.
But here for me, again, it should start as 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then the output should print here as 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Then I value should go to 3. Then again, it should print it as 1, 2, 3, and 4. Got it? Then it should print as 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how it should run. Got it? Any questions for anyone on this? Okay. So now we'll start. Any questions so far for anyone? Any questions so far for anyone? Good. Then for integer, I is equal to 1. So I value starts from where? 1. Then I is less than or equal to? Can anyone say me what I will be writing?
3.
3, correct. So I value starts by 1 and then ends by 3. I plus plus. Then inner loop, I value starts from where?
J value.
Yeah. Integer j is equal to
1.
1.
J less than equal to 4.
J is less than or equal to 4.
J plus plus.
Then J plus plus. Then inside, what we need to, it will be system.out.print. Then what I need to print here?
J.
Correct. J. Outside, I should print. So print ln. Then I don't need to print anything, just for moving the line from that space to the next line. That's it. Clear?
Yeah.
Any question for anyone on this? Clear for everyone, right? Okay, this is what yesterday we saw. So now the next step, I want to print it as 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, how it needs to be done. You're getting before 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So same concept, I want you guys to do it. So if you do this, getting this will be easier. Okay. So a small hint. So here, this is rows. This is columns. So rows will be what? Always outer loop. Columns will be always inner loop. Correct? Columns will be inner loop. So here, take it as I and then J, then my output. So first time actually what? I, it starts 1. Then after that actually what? J, it should be 1. Okay. Then it should print 1. And then comes out of it. Next time, I value should increment to 2. Then J value should start for the next loop and run for 1 and 2. Then it should print 1, 2. Then third time, it should go. Then it should print 1, 2, 3. Then it should print 1, 2, 3. Got it? This is what. So I'm just removing it. I don't want to do by myself. Okay. I just gave a small hint. Based on this, you guys have to identify. Is it clear, Hari and Shailaja? Can you guys just give me a yes if you can do the program? I want you to try for sure, because as said before, if I try everything, there is no use of actually what you guys will not be able to do by yourself when you go for an interview or when you get any challenge. Okay, that's the reason we are taking it slow, but it is so important that you can do by yourself. Okay, taking time is not a problem, but if you're able to do, that is what important. Okay, Shailaja, from your end, you also can try it. Super, good. So 5 minutes. So I want you guys to get the output. Once you get the output, this program, you have to send me privately in the chat. Okay, privately in the chat. Otherwise, you can also send me in my WhatsApp. If you're writing in a paper pen, you can send me in a WhatsApp photo also. Good. Okay, good. A good Ari has done. Awesome. A good Ari. Superman. Good. Correct. Shailaja, you can do it if you're done. Ari, you have done. For you, I will just give you another one. If possible, you can do that. Same concept. Okay. You're done this one, right? So try with this. Okay. Thanks, guys. So after 5 minutes, we will see. Thank you. Hey, good morning. Shailaja, from your end, you are facing any issues?
Only I'm not getting how you will take one first and then it comes to 1 to 2 because logic I understood, not understanding how to take that.
Good. Okay. So we'll see here right now. You only can help me on this. So right now, what we have to do? 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? So that means
Yeah,
I already told you actually what? This will be rows. Correct? Rows will be
yeah,
always
that,
a outer loop.
yeah,
This will be columns. Columns will be always inner loop. Correct?
inner loop, yeah,
So now we will start. So first loop, it starts outer loop. When outer loop starts first, the inner loop should run for how many times? Only once. Can you see? Because it's
yeah,
one. So
yeah,
it
it's
should
one.
print me one. Then the second time the loop runs, I value will be 2, right? So now
Yeah,
the inner loop should run for how many times?
2 times.
1 and 2. And then it should print 1,
1, 2.
2. Correct? Then the outer loop will become as 3. Then the inner loop should run for
3 times.
1, 2, 3.
3.
1, 2, 3. Then the outer loop will be 4 now. The inner loop should run for how many times?
2 times.
1, 2, 3, 4. That is the inner loop. When actually what it should run, the decision is made based on what? The
Outer condition.
outer loop condition. See, where it should end, it depends on the outer. Got it right?
Yeah,
So based on this only actually what we have to write it. So now it's a known thing actually what outer loop actually what it's a increment 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it?
yeah,
So that means my outer loop should start from integer I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 4, I plus plus. Correct? Then for integer. So every time actually what the loop starts from where? 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? It starts from 1. Correct?
yeah.
The condition is based on where it should end. Okay. Tell me where it should end, the inner loop.
Should end at 4.
No, if I give it for 4, first time also it will be running 4 times. Second time also it will be running 4 times. Third time, 4 times. All the times it will be running 4 times. But first time I should run only once. Second loop, twice. Third loop, thrice. Fourth loop, 4 times. So based on where, this is the place you have to identify.
I value.
Correct.
Yeah.
First time actually what? Based on I. Second time also
Yeah.
based on I. Third also based on I. Fourth also based on I. So this is what I need to give. J is
J is less than equal to I.
correct. Less than or equal to I. Till that it should run. Then J plus
Okay.
plus. You're getting right?
Yeah, yeah. Now I got it.
Then scissor. Here I should give over there what should be printed.
J value.
Correct. It should be J. Scissor. Here it should give. Got it? That's the println. Understood, right?
Yeah, I was getting confused here.
Yeah, sure, sure. That's it. It's actually what once you start to do it, right, it'll be easy for you. So let me print here. here, start the loop from 1, end the loop by 4. Start the loop from 1, end the loop based on I value. Now let me run this. So it's actually what? Printing 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. The only thing is I need to make this as system.print. Got it? Clear? That's it. So the next. So next thing is I want to print it based on 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. So how to do this? I, J, and then my output. Okay. So now can you tell me, Shailaja, what I need to do here?
Yeah. Now I is 1.
1. Then J should run for
4 times.
1, 2, sorry.
3, 4.
2, 3,
4.
4. Then?
Yeah. Again, I is 1, means 2.
Yeah. You should run for
1, 2, 3 times.
2, 3. Then I is 3. You should run for 1, 2. Then it is 1, make it as 1. So here, sorry.
It's 4.
Here, correct, 4. Okay. Here, instead of making it as 1, 2, 3, 4, if I make it as 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, can you see here? I'm trying to make it as actually what? 1 information over here. So 4 is I, the loop ends by 4. 3 is there, loop ends by 3. 2 is there, loop ends by 2. 1 is there, loop ends by 1. Can you see? I'm trying to make one connection here. Okay, it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Got it? This is how I'm making the connection. Understood? So only thing is, instead of making it as actually what, running it as actually what, 1, 2, 3, 4, I have made it as 4, 3, 2, 1, so that there will be a connection here. Got it? That's what we are doing it. Understood, Shailaja, why I took like this?
Yeah, because the first row and column will be like 4 digits. So you made the higher value as 4 for outer.
Correct. That's it.
So it can start in a decreasing order.
Yes, that's the thing. Okay, right? So now, if I make it, so here if you see, for integer I is equal to, so I value starts from where?
4.
4. Then it should end by
greater than equal to 1.
Correct.
Till 1.
I plus plus. Then for
J.
Integer J is equal to, it should
1.
start from where? 1. Yes, correct.
And J is less than equal to 4.
Correct. Because they are actually what?
It is increasing.
If I make it as actually what, J is less than or equal to 4, what is the problem will come right now? Inner loop always run for 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. But I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1. That means what I need to give here?
I value?
Yes. Again, it should be I. Then I should print here J. That's it. It should be print. Then this should be println. That's it. Okay.
First loop should be decremented, right?
Oh yeah. Yes. This should be decremented. A good man. Yes. So I open the alignment. Right click, run as Java application. Should be print. One, two, three, four, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Clear it? Okay. So based on this only, actually what I'm going to give you some assignments. So yesterday as we forwarded, right? So print the values 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then the same different types of concepts over there. Okay. All those things actually what I want you guys to print the numbers. Understood, guys? Any questions so far on logical building, and then after that related to this pyramid numbers? Anyone has any questions? Anyone has any questions so far?
The last assignment you were given, no, Murali, how to take that logic. At
Which one? Sorry.
16th value, every 16th value you want us to add 64. Right?
Correct. Yes. No. That one you guys have to try it. I will not be giving.
Okay.
So it's like if I give for that also means there is you guys will not be knowing anything. Okay. You scratch your end and then find the output. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Mainly, guys, I don't want to give that because that is so easy. By seeing it, you might be feeling it difficult, but it's so damn easy assignment. Okay. You try and then you find the logic.
Too many numbers were seen, right? So,
Correct. That's what. By seeing it, you will be feeling it is a tough assignment, but it's a very very easy assignment. Okay.
yeah.
That's where your logic building skills will be increased there. Good. Okay. So now we'll go for the inheritance continuation. So we'll have a short break for 5 minutes again before going to inheritance. I hope so you guys would have seen that previous sessions of the inheritance, so that if you know that, understanding the super keyword, all those things will be easier. Okay. So we'll have a 5 minutes break. 8:20 we will again start it. Okay. Cool, guys. A short break again, and then we will start directly. Thank you. Hello. Hey guys. So we'll continue the session. Okay. So we're going to start with the super keyword. So let me go here. So first we'll see with the inheritance topic. Then after that, a small information I will give you. Then after that, we'll go to that. So now I have a class called A. Then I have a class called B. Then I have a class called C. So here I have right now integer A is equal to 10, integer B is equal to 20, then a method void m1, m1 of A I will just mention. So this one I will just write it in single line so that it will be easy for us to understand. Then I have one more method void m2. Okay, then I have a class B. So here I have integer B is equal to 30, then void m2 so m2 of B. Okay, then here we have integer C, integer, here I have integer B and C. Integer B equal to 50. And I have another method here called void Okay, so now here, if I'm going to create an object for the A class, so what will happen right now for me? We are going to see one by one. So here, if I want to create an object for the A class, A, obj1 is equal to new A. So now what are the members I will be having here? I can access A, B, M1 and M2. If it's a static member, only thing is I can access them with help of my class name. Okay, otherwise I can access the non-static members by help of object. So now if you see obj1 dot, I'm able to access A and B, then M1 and M2. Okay, so all the four I can access. The same thing now, if I'm going to create an object for the B class, what are the members I can access? B and C, M2 and M3. Correct? All are coming from where? B class. Vice versa, same applies for the C also. Correct? Any questions so far for anyone? Any questions for anyone on this? Clear, right?
No.
So then next I'm going to give extends A. B class extends A. Okay, so now I'm creating an object for the B class. Okay, so now what will happen? So now the thing is actually what B extends A means what will happen? B is a child class, A is a super class. It's also called as a parent class. Okay, we can call it as a parent class or it's called as a super class. So then after that, B is a child class or it's called as a subclass. Okay, B is a child class for A. Got it? So then after that, now here B will have the properties of the B class plus also the A class. Okay, it will have for the A class also. Okay, good. So then after that, here let me run obj1 dot. Now you can see I'm able to access A. A is coming from where? A class. Then B. B is coming from where? B class. So A is coming from A class also and then B class also. So always child takes the highest priority. Okay. So now what will happen finally? It takes actually what? The B as the priority. Okay. B class, that is child class as the priority here. Then after that actually what? We have C class. C variable which is coming from the B class. Then after that M1 coming from the A class. Then M2 is there under A class plus B class, but child takes the highest priority, B class alone we will get. Then M3 coming from the child class alone, so it takes from there. Okay. Got it, guys? Okay. So that is, if we have actually what the same property which a parent is having in the child takes the highest priority. Got it? That's what here it will happen. Child takes the highest priority. That's the main thing. Got it, guys? Okay. So then, cool. Okay. So if the child does not have the property, then parent property will be taken as the child property itself. Okay. Then parent property will be taken here. That's the main thing. Got it, guys? Okay. So now next, I will just print obj1 dot a. Let me print b c. obj1 dot b and then obj1 dot c. So first we'll see what is that is printing. Right click, run as. It prints me actually what? 10, 30 and 40. So A alone is coming from the A class. B and C is coming from actually what? The child class. 30 and 40. Got it? Then after the same thing, obj1 dot m1, obj1 dot m2, obj1 dot m3. So let me run. M1 of A, M2 of B, M3 of B. So M1 method is there under the A class. It's not there under the B and B class. So M2, it's there under the A class and also in the B class. So, but child takes the highest priority. So M2 of B, M3 of B. Got it? So this is what inheritance support. The same thing if it happens for the C, this is called as multi-level inheritance. That is, C class will have the properties of the actually what? C, B, and then A. So the child takes the highest priority. If the child does not have the property, then it will take from the next parent. If the next parent also is not having, then after that it goes and takes from the super parent. Okay, right? Okay, good. Good. So now next we will come for the okay, good. So now here I will just create one more package. Okay, I'll create a new class. That's okay. So a new class called super keyword. So what is the usage of the super keyword? So simple. Okay, so simple here. Okay, so right now I have actually what the same type of concept here. I will take, I'll create a new package so that I can copy paste it so that I can use the same classes. I will rename this class. So this inheritance, this class, I'm renaming it. Okay, I renamed it here. So instead of having actually what here variables, I'm going to have constructors alone here. Okay, so how a constructor will be written? Sys default constructor of A. Then we have another constructor. TJ. It's just a minute. I need to take a call. Sorry guys. Okay, so I have actually what A, B, and C, three classes. B is extended to A, C is extended to B. Okay, then A class I have one default constructor and then one integer constructor and then one double. Okay, then the same thing actually what here the B will have actually what will have an integer default an integer, then along with that it will have actually what one integer and double, then I have actually what one boolean. So this is C. So default here I'll make it as actually. Okay, good. So now we have created it. So then next actually what we will try to actually what create an object. So then let me create an object. So I'm going to create an object for the C class. Okay, so C obj1 is equal to new C. So now I'm trying to create an object for the C class. Okay, before the C class I will create an object for the A class, so that will come one by one level. So now what will happen right now? For me, the A class default constructor will be executed, because whenever we create an object, the constructor will be executed for us, correct? Default constructor of A, correct? Then after that, actually what? I'm creating an object for the B class. So now what should happen? The constructor of the B class should, correct.
Yeah.
Yes, tell me Shailaja.
It will override with B class constructor.
No. So now what will happen means the B class constructor will be called. But before executing the B class default constructor, it will see actually what is it extends over here. Yes, it is extended. Okay, extended to A means it will go to the A class and then it will call the default constructor of A. Why? Because every constructor will have actually what a keyword called super by default. Okay, it will have a keyword called super that is used to call the super class default constructor. The same thing actually what the A class also actually what will have this keyword called super. All the constructors will have this actually what the super keyword. Every constructor will have this super keyword here. Okay, so what that will do means so simple. That is used to call the super class of that class constructor. So for this A class, who is a super class means? Okay, for all the classes in Java, object is the supermost class of all the classes. This will go and call the object class constructor. Which constructor? A default constructor. So what that will be then means it's an empty constructor. It will not have anything, but it will go and call the parent class constructor. Okay, at the default, but they don't have anything. Okay, so I'm just deleting it as of now. If you write it or not, by default, all the constructors will have a super keyword at the first line statement. Okay, the first statement will be the super. Okay, so then default constructor of B. So first actually what? Default constructor of A will be executed, the parent constructor. Then after that, the default constructor of the B. Right click, run as Java application. See, default constructor of A, then default constructor of B. So now I'm trying to create an object for the C class. So now, Hari, can you tell me now what will be my output? Hey Hari, can you tell me now what will be my output?
It will be default construction of A, B, and C.
Correct. Default constructor of A, default constructor of B, then finally default constructor of C. Good. So that is first always the super parent will take the highest priority, then the parent, then the child. Good. So now
There is no overriding right here.
come again.
There is no overriding, right? Like
No
method.
overriding. Correct. No overriding here.
Okay.
Now actually what I'm trying to create an object for the C class. Here I'm passing actually what? An integer value. That means what? It matches with this actually what? Integer constructor. Got it? So as if you have not given anything, it will have this super keyword. So now what will happen? This super keyword will go and call the default constructor. Same thing here also, if we don't have anything, it will have the super keyword. Correct? So this will go and call me the parent class default constructor. That is, if we have not given anything by default, it will go and call the parent class default constructor only. Okay, so default constructor of A, default constructor of B, and then finally integer constructor of C. Default constructor of A, default constructor of B, integer constructor of C. Got it?
Murli, can you just explain once? Because when you call this C here, right? Object one new C of 10.
Yes.
So you are passing integer value of 10. So it will go to class C and find C integer of A.
Correct.
And it will take that. So since the other default constructors, it will every time it will call A
Correct.
and B.
Correct. Anytime if you have not written anything, the JVM will put a super keyword here at the first statement. So always the default constructor of the parent class only will be called for us. Got it? If I want to override that, I need to keep it as super of 10, 20.30. If I give, now what will happen? So I'm creating an object for the C class, passing an integer value. This will match the C class integer constructor. Correct? Then here we have now super of 10, 20.30. That will go and call the integer and double constructor of B class. Correct? Then do we have anything here? No. This will go and call the default constructor of A. Got it? See now. Default constructor of A, integer and double constructor of B, then integer constructor of C. Now, yes, Ari.
What if I don't want to call call any super classes.
So by default, always it's mandatory that actually what superclass constructors will be executed for us.
Okay, is there any way I can stop executing them? Like
No, according to me.
extends?
If extents are there, it's mandatory that actually what parent class constructor will be executed. There is no way that actually what I don't have any idea. Just a minute. No, there is no option.
Yeah, I think maybe as one of the answers says you should start talking.
No. So yes. So it's like always actually what the parent class constructor will be executed for sure. Okay. So the only thing is what they are saying means it's like if you don't have any code here, okay, then it will call that actually what constructor where it will not execute anything. That's the only one option they are saying.
Okay.
The thing is,
So,
constructor call will be there. You can prevent it by not writing any code functionality inside. Okay. Any questions, guys? A good question. Yeah. Yes.
What is the exact difference of this method and constructor? I'm getting
Exact difference of?
this method calling here like in inheritance and the constructor.
I don't know. I'm not getting. Sorry, come again.
No. What is the difference here? Like constructor, no? Instead of constructor, if we call just method.
No. So constructors, what will happen? By default, whenever you create an object, always actually what a constructor call will be made. Correct? Am I right?
Yeah.
So now the thing is, right now for me actually what? Anyway, actually what a constructor call is going to be made and then a object is going to be created for it. So why we need to actually what waste that memory? So that's why we are using this actually what constructor usage. Okay, method means we need to call explicitly. For that again, a method will be created and then you have to do it. So this is the best practice. Got it? Understood? That is, we are trying to actually what utilize the memory which has been created. Honestly, we are not again creating one more memory. That's the only thing of constructor.
Okay.
Good. Okay. So now you guys tell me. So here default constructor of A it came. I want to execute double constructor of A. That means what is the change I need to do?
C of double value we have to give.
In which line number I need to do a change now?
In super keyword class. In the,
So C obj1 equal to C of 10. So that
you can make double value there.
No. So here this will go and call me the C of integer A. Correct?
and line number 19, you need to make it.
Line number 19.
Yeah.
No. So my side, what is my output I need means double constructor of A, integer and double constructor of B, integer constructor of C. So these two things should be same. Here alone I should call double constructor of A. This one.
And the
Then,
class we need to make the change.
Which line number?
For double, right?
I need to call the double constructor of A instead of default constructor.
Line number 12.
Yes, super. What I need to do?
Super.
Super.
Some integer value and double value.
Yes, 10.40. That's it. That is whenever it's called actually what this B class constructor. So here is the place actually what where it will call the parent class. So this place I need to mention which parent class constructor to be called based on the super keyword. A good man, good Hari. Have you got Shailaja? What is that we have done here?
Little bit confusion here. Super classes.
No. So simple. Super constructors means what is used to call the super class constructor. Are you clear on that? Super keyword is used to call the super class constructors. Are you clear on this part?
Okay, so wherever in which function, where in class, if you add super keyword, it will call that function, right?
Not
it
function.
Call that
only in the constructors only you can use the super keyword. That is, it should be the first line of the statement. You cannot have it under the second line or third line. Always super keyword should be the first line of the statement. Okay.
Okay.
So that's what here. Here always we are giving it in the first line. Everywhere we are giving it in the first line. Okay. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing here, I'm trying to create an object for the C class. Here I'm passing an integer value. That means what will happen now? The C class integer constructor will be called. Correct? That is what the line number 18. Here I have mentioned before executing the C class constructor, if it sees extends B, it checks whether do we have a super keyword. Here we have super of 10, 20.30. That means what will happen? The super class is what? B. Go to the B class. Here do we have any constructor matching an integer and then a double value? Yes, we have here. Then again here extends A, checks whether do we have a super keyword. Yes, we have super of 10.40. That means what? Go to the double of the parent class A. So here do we have any super keyword? No. So here it's not extending also. So anyway, that goes to the object class. Object class constructors are all empty constructors. So it prints me double constructor of A. Then control come to the place wherever the call happened. Integer and double constructor of B. Then after that again, control comes over here. Integer constructor of C. Then control comes over here. Got it? Clear on this part? Okay, I'll give you one program. You guys execute this. Okay, so this is a program I want you guys to execute. Okay, so you guys have seen about static constructor, static initialization block, non-static blocks, everything, right? So in that actually what? Non-static blocks, what will happen? Always it will execute any point of time any constructor has been called. And for constructor and the non-static blocks, which will take the highest priority means non-static blocks will take the highest priority. Correct? So that's what we are having it over here. So here we have totally C1, D1, E1. Okay. E1 extends D1. D1 extends C1. Okay. Then here I'm going to do, I'm creating an object for the E1 class. So first program starts E1 obj1 equal to E1. So that will go and call me default constructor. So from there, how actually what the control goes. You guys can tell me the output of this. So the C1 class is here. Okay. I'm creating an object for the E1 class default constructor. So that will call here. So now get me the output, write the output and then send me in the chat window. Write me what will be the output and send me in the chat window. Is no one able to get the output? Okay, so we'll see here. So I'm creating an object for the E1 class, which is a default constructor, correct? E1 extends D1. Okay, so super of 30. That means what will happen? That will go and call the integer constructor of D1, correct? Then again super of 20. This will go and call me the C1 integer constructor. So my output will be run integer constructor of C first. Then control comes to the place wherever we call run integer constructor of D. Then finally comes here run default constructor of E. Parent level both the integer constructor, then default constructor in the E class. Okay, sorry. Before that, we also have this actually what C1 of IIB1, right? So now what will happen? First, always actually what for me the non-static block will take the highest priority. Okay, then run integer constructor of C. Then after that, here also actually what, again we have actually what, a non-static block. So first that will be executed, then run integer constructor of D. Then after that, here also we have one non-static block, E1 of IB1. Then run default constructor of E. Got it? So the only thing is actually what, we forgot that non-static blocks. So every class level, the non-static blocks will take the highest priority. Got it? Any questions for anyone, guys?
Murali, can you just go to the last one and explain step by
Which one?
this program, right? When we go to the last function and
Last
program
function.
starts first type,
Okay, here you're saying.
and the first one it will call for non-static block as it is. Okay, this one. After program start, it is C1 of IIB-1. Then it goes to a E1 of object new of E1. So it goes to E1 class here. I just want again here. This E1 starts, right?
Which line number you're executing? Can you tell me?
Yeah, E1. After program starts, right? The down public static void main in that function.
No, which line number? Which line? No, line number which you're executing.
32, 32, 31,
Okay.
32.
Okay. So you're creating an object for the one class.
I want to. Yeah.
So are you passing any argument here?
No.
So
that's why it goes to it goes to class E1, right?
Line number.
Super 30. Yeah.
Line number.
No, the next one I just want 32 when you call E1.
Correct.
E1. Yeah. First it goes to class E1 extents of D1, right? And checks for E1 function super 30.
Correct. So it goes to this actually what, E1 constructor. So default constructor. Yeah. Then super of 30 is there as we have extending to the D1. So from here where it will go?
Again it goes to a D1 because super 30 is it extends D1, so it goes to D1.
D1 of integer A, correct?
Integer, yeah. And then super 20. Yeah.
Super 20, that means extending to the
C1.
C1 class. So in the C1 class?
In C1 class, again, so yeah, C1 integer B is there. So it will print an integer constant of C.
So before executing this, it checks whether do we have a non-static block? Because non-static block and then constructor, the non-static blocks will take the highest priority. Correct?
Okay.
So C1 of IIB1. Then after that only run integer constructor of C.
Okay.
Then?
So then non-static again of D1, right?
Correct. D1 of IIB1 run integer constructor of D. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Then E1 of IIB1. Then after that run default constructor of E.
E. And then, okay.
Understood?
Yeah, now I understood.
Any questions, guys? So last, to make sure you guys have understood properly, I'm creating an object for the E1 class. Here I'm passing actually what? An integer value. Got it? So before we were calling default constructor, now I'm calling integer constructor. So now tell me what will be the output. Got it right? So first will be program stats. Then after that, I'm calling this integer constructor. Now tell me what will output. This time for sure, I want to reply from both of them. Okay. Hey Hari, from your end, you're able to get it?
Yeah, no, Murali, I didn't focus that.
Okay, sure. Okay, nothing. So this time what we are doing right now, I'm creating an object for the E class and then I'm passing an integer value, correct? So that will go and call me actually what? The E1 constructor of integer, correct? So here super of 20.50. Super of 20.50 means what? The parent class is D1, go to the D1 double constructor, correct? Then here I'm passing super of 20. Okay, so here I'm giving D1 obj1 equal to new D1. That is, I'm creating an object for the D class calling the integer constructor. That is what this one, correct? So now what will happen right now? Super of 20. This will go and call actually what? The super class is what? C1 integer value. So run integer constructor of C before execution. It will execute the C1 of IIB1. Correct?
Yeah.
Then after that, run integer constructor of C. Okay, I will execute it so that you guys can see it clearly. So program says C1 of IAB1. That's what. Then run the integer constructor of C. Okay. Then after that, actually, the control comes over here. Then again here, D1 of IAB1. Okay. Then after that, actually, what for me, where it is, it's here. Run integer constructor. C1 of IAB1. D1 of IAB1. Okay. Then control comes to this place. Okay. Just a second, I got confused over this. Sorry, guys. My mistake. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So first thing, because of this object creation over there, it went actually what to this integer constructor over there here. So super of 20. So here goes to this super class C1 of IAB1 and then run integer constructor of C. So that one we have done. Then after that, actually what control comes over here D1 of IAB1. Okay. Then after that, again, it goes to C1 of IAB1. Here, actually, before execution of this, because of this object new creation, it is again calling the C1 of IAB1 here. Then after that only actually what it's executing this actually what? Run integer constructor of D. Sorry, run integer constructor of C here. Okay. So one more time actually what? That has been done. Okay. Then after that actually what? It has been executed here. Okay. So after execution of this, so for us now what will happen? It goes actually what to the super class. Sorry, to this class over there, D1 of IP1. Then after that comes to this place over there, run integer constructor of D. Okay, I think I have confused you guys.
Yeah, only
Yeah, I have confused. I know that. I have confused you. So first we start from beginning. So the thing is actually what? E1 of 10. This will go to this integer constructor. Okay, because we are passing an integer value. Then super of 20.50, it goes actually what to the D1 of double constructor. Then after that, super of 20 will go and call me the integer sorry, that is C1 of integer constructor. Correct? So now what will happen right now for me? So here it executes C1 of IAP1 and then run integer constructor of C. Got it? Then after that, my control comes to this place. Got it? Then I'm creating an object for the D1 class. I'm creating an object for the D1 class. So now when we create an object for the D1 class, now what happened? I'm passing integer value. This will go and call me this. Okay.
No, before that it will print this D1 of IAB1, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. D1 of
When
IAB1.
created object.
Correct.
Yeah.
That will be executed. Then it executes here. Now I'm creating an object for the D1 class. I'm passing an integer value. Now what happened? It goes and call me the integer value, integer constructor. But here before that, super of 20. Super of 20 means what? Calls me the C1 integer constructor. But before executing C1 of IIP1, run integer of default constructor of C. It came. Correct? You guys are clear at this point? Till here it's clear? Or you want me to execute again? Shailaja, clear, right?
Yeah, for me.
Hari, for you also it's clear, right?
Yes.
Good. So then after that, control comes over here. Okay. So we have executed actually what? The C1 of IAB1, run integer constructor of D. Then from here, again, this D1 of IAB1. Okay. Then after that, run integer constructor of D. That has been done. Okay. Because we have created object for this integer constructor, right? So D1 of IAB1, run integer constructor of D. That has been executed next after that. Then control comes over here, run double constructor of D. Okay. Then after that, control comes to the E1 class. First, the non-static block, E1 of IAB1, run integer constructor of E. Then finally, program ends. Got it? You guys are clear? The only thing is actually what here for confusion only actually what I have created that object so that again how it come. But usually in real time situation, you will not get this much confusion level complicated things. Clear?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is about actually what? Super keyword. That is calling the super class constructors. Okay. Any questions for anyone on this? Good. So now we are seeing for the super keyword. The next is we will see for the this keyword. Okay. Super keyword is used to call the actually what? Parent class constructor. This keyword is used to call the local class constructors. Okay. So parent class constructors we saw. Okay. So this keyword is used to call the local class constructors. So how that works, we'll see. Here I have actually what? A class called C12, then another class called this keyword, which is extending C12. That is what this one. Okay. So here it has this keyword, which does not have any constructor. Okay. It does not have any argument. Okay. A constructor without argument, a default constructor, an integer constructor, an integer and double constructor. Okay. A default, an integer, and then an integer and double constructor. Good. Okay. So now program starts. Okay. So I'm creating an object for this keyword. So here, am I passing any argument? No. So this will go and call me this keyword. Okay. So here, this keyword is there. Okay. So this keyword or super keyword should be always the first statement. Should be always the first statement. I cannot have this keyword or super keyword in a single constructor. It should be giving constructor call should be the first statement. Okay, we can have either super or either this keyword only. Okay, so now this of 10 is there, right? So this keyword is used to call the local class constructor. This of 10, this will call the integer constructor. this of 10 comma 20.30. This will call me integer and double. Got it? So here we don't have actually what this keyword. So it sees extend C12. It by default it will have the super keyword. Okay. So it goes and call me the C12 default constructor. As usual, run default constructor of C12, then control comes here. Okay. Then after that executes integer and double argument constructor of this keyword. Then again control comes here. Integer argument of this constructor of this keyword. Then finally here no argument constructor of this keyword class. Then finally program ends. Right click, run as Java application. See, first program starts. Run default constructor of C12, integer and double argument constructor of this keyword, integer argument constructor, no argument constructor, finally program ends. Got it? Can I have here another one more this keyword here? It throws an error. That is recursive. Okay, recursive constructor invocation, this one. So what does that means? When I call this one, this keyword, this will go and call me the default constructor. This of 10, it calls this one. This of 10 comma 20.30 call this constructor. This will call this constructor. This of 10, this one. That is, it becomes as an infinite loop. Okay, this is called as what the constructor actually what it's called as actually what recursive constructor. Okay, it becomes this infinite loop that you cannot actually what do it. Okay, so now program starts. I'm creating an object for this class, this keyword class. Okay, so then it goes over here. Okay, then this of 10 goes over here. Then this of 10 comma 20.30 goes over here. And finally, it will have a super keyword for C12 goes over here. Run default constructor of C12. Control comes here. Integer constructor, integer and double constructor here. Integer argument, no argument, and finally program ends. Got it?
So here this keyword cannot be used without any value,
Yes.
without any argument.
Yes, we can. That is, right now if I'm calling over there, this of 10 comma 50.40. What will happen? This will call this integer. So here, let me take this out. Here I'll give this. Can you tell me now what will happen?
This keyword of integer and double, it will go, and it will call to int of a double b.
Sorry, come again.
First we call this program starts. After that, this keyword of integer and double value it will call in the class. It goes to C12.
Correct. So first it goes over here, then it sees the default goes over here. Then before executing this C12 default constructor, run default constructor of C12. Then no argument constructor of this one. Then after that control comes here, integer and double constructor, double argument constructor, program ends. See now. Got it? Everyone clear for this keyword? Understood, guys? Clear for this keyword? This keyword is used to call the local class constructor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Super keyword is used to call the super class constructor. Shailaja, you're clear?
Exact difference between this and super, I'm not understanding.
No. Super keyword is used to call the super class constructors alone. See here. Super keyword, what we are doing? Whenever we see the super keyword, it goes and calls the super class constructor. Correct?
Yeah. So parent class, it will be always calling. Yeah.
Correct.
Super.
This keyword used to call the this of 10 comma means inside this local constructor only it goes and call me this.
Okay.
And finally, it goes and call the parent class constructor before executing the local constructor. Okay, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Good. Okay, guys. So we'll have a short break. Then after that, we'll see for the this variable. Okay, we'll have a short break. Then after that, we'll see. Okay, thank you. Hey guys. So we'll continue. So now next we will go for this variable. So you next this variable is what? Let me go for it. New. So now so what is this usage of this variable is means so simple. So now I have here one constructor. Okay. So this variable is my class. So I have actually what one static variable and then one non-static variable. So this variable, this keyword using in a variable will be used for both static and then non-static both. Okay. So how it's going to work, we'll see. So static int I and then double T. Okay. Then I have actually what one constructor which is accepting an integer and then a double value. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually what create an object for this class. So I'm passing an integer and then double value where it will store under the I and then the D variable. Got it? So I have one constructor, two variables, one is static and then non-static variable, and then one non-static method. That's what we have. So first, give me a minute. Okay, so first I'm creating an object, passing an integer and then the double value. So that comes and sits in the I and D variable. Now I'm giving I is equal to I, D is equal to D. So what will happen right now? So in the local variable I, it will be storing again 10, D storing again 20.0. That is, it replaces the same value again in the local variable. Got it? Just a minute, guys. Sorry, guys. Okay, so it replaces the local variable again into the local variable. Okay, so then if I'm printing it over there, I value in constructor is what 10, D value in constructor is 20.50. We will get the same thing. Obj1 dot print. Now if I'm trying to print the I and D value, what is my I value? It will be 0. The global level actually what the value is still 0, 0.0. Okay, then after that actually what I'm printing the I variable value. So that will be what 0. Then integer I equal to 30. So a local variable that will be I. So what is that happening over here means right now if I want to store the global level members, so what we need to do means it's always better to use this keyword. So okay, let me run this first. See, I value in constructor level 10 and 20.50 what we have passed. Global level it is still 0 and 0.0. So what is the best way to refer the global members means? Okay, so you can use this keyword here. This dot t. So instead of actually what giving it as I and D, that always matches the actually what global members. Sorry, local members. Correct. So this keyword when we use always this keyword refers the global members. Now the value it will be passing over there actually what to the global level. Now I'll run this. Before it was 0 and 0.0. See now. It has passed to the global level. That's it. This keyword is used to pass the value to the global level member. That's the one thing. Understood? Any questions? Any questions so far? This keyword is used to pass the value to the global level member. That's what it will be done. Understood? Right? Any questions on this? What is the usage of this keyword? So simple. This keyword is used to pass to the value to the global, refer the global member. So why it is used? It is means so simple. Instead of referring it by actually what class name, object name, all those things. So referring by actually what this keyword also is one of the good practice to follow. You can follow it with the help of passing with the this keyword, referring the global member. Understood? So now I will come here. So now I have static int a is equal to 0, integer b is equal to 0. Then I have actually what? One method here, void m1. I'm going to actually what give this dot a is equal to 10. This dot b is equal to 20.00. Okay, so now can you see right now it's actually what throwing me error. So my mistake. This dot be equal to 20. Okay, instead of double I mentioned as integer before. That's the thing. I made it as an integer value only. Okay, so now the thing is if I print in the method level, so this variable usage obj1 is equal to new this variable usage. Then I'm trying to call the member. So sysO obj1 dot a. What is the value? SysO obj1 dot b. Can you guys tell me right now what is the value of a and b? What is the value of a and b as of now?
It's 10 and 20.
No. What's happening? I'm creating an object. Do we have any
Yeah.
constructor here in this class?
No.
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 Then obj1 dot a. So currently what is the a value?
0.
0. B value? 0.
0.
It will be printed 0 and 0. Correct? Now I'm going to call this method obj1 dot m1. Okay. Now again I'm going to print this. Now what will be the output for the second?
10, 20.
Correct. For
10
this 15 and 16th line, it will be printed 10 and 20. Because once actually what when we call the m1 method, the value we actually what stored as 10 and 20. Got it? Next, I'm creating another object. obj2. Okay, so now I'm going to print again. This time obj2.a, obj2.b. So now in this object level, what will be the a value and then b value? Can you guys think over what it will be? Any idea?
I think it should be the same.
Okay, we'll see. So this keyword actually what we are representing global level thing, static members will have a single copy, but non-static members will have multiple copies, correct? So the value which is being changed for the B here, it is only for that actually what? Object obj1 only. Got it? So obj2 is a new object, so that will not be carried forward here. Understood? Understood, guys? Any question? And can I? Yeah. Tell me any question.
How it's printing 10 and 0 here? OBJ2
Because
calling.
obj2 is a new object, correct?
Yeah,
So this m1 we called with help of which object?
OBJ1.
obj1. So that means the obj1 level only, object only, the value has been changed for the non-static member as 20. obj2 is a new object, so there still it takes the default information only, but static members will have a single copy, so that's why it has been replaced everywhere. That's the difference.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, okay, right?
Yeah.
So now next, can I use this keyword in the static functions? If I have a static function, can I use there this dot a and then this dot b? Can I use this? No. In the static functions level, we will not be able to use this keyword. Only in the non-static members only, okay, method or a constructor, there only we can use this keyword. In static functions level, we cannot use this keyword. Got it right? Clear for everyone? This keyword can be used only in the non-static methods or constructors, or the non-static block, not inside the static members. Got it, guys? Any questions so far? Everyone clear? Good. So this is about this variable. Okay. So we have done with the super keyword. This keyword we have done. This variable we have done. Method overriding already we have done. The next thing is we have to go with the abstract and then interface over there. Okay. So again, we'll have a short break. Then we will continue with the abstract. So abstract keyword also a little bit an important topic that we have to take for. Okay. So next we will go for the abstract class. Okay. Again a short break. Then again we will continue. Okay. I'm giving a lot of breaks. I know that actually, but the thing is more breaks. Actually, what I just want you to listen freshly each and every class. That's the main thing. Okay, because 3 hours completely sitting is so tough, I know, so that's why I'm trying to give a lot of breaks over. Okay guys, after 5 minutes I can continue.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so we'll continue. So now we are going to see for the abstract and then interface. First, we'll go for the abstract class. So how an abstract class works, we'll see. So now, abstract class, I'll create a new class. Abstract class usage. Close all these things. Okay. So here I will have a class called class A1, then class A2, then class A3. Class A1, A2, A3. Okay. So now here, so how it works. Okay. So now here I have a method called void M1. So we know how a method will look like. Okay. So a method always will have a body. Correct? A method always will have a body here. So there are methods which does not have a body also. Okay. So just give the clause on void M1. So a method which does not have a body. So those things actually what one we have to have a body. Otherwise we have to make the method as an abstract. See here we have to give the keyword called abstract for it. Abstract void M1. Okay. If we have at least one class as an abstract, then we have to make the class also as an abstract. See, make type A1 as abstract. When I click on this, see, the class will be abstract. Got it? Then if I make this class A2 extends A1, now what's happening over here? The A2 class will have the properties of the A1 class plus A2. So in the A1 class, when we have a method as an abstract, then this class also should be made it as abstract here. Otherwise, we have to give a body for this class, for this method, void M1. See, I have to give a body for it. So here I'll mention CISO M1 of A2. I have another method, abstract void M2. So now see what happens. The A2 again it shows it should be implement unimplemented methods. Otherwise, you make it as A2 as abstract. So then I'm making it as A2 as an abstract here. Then A3 extends A2. A3 extends A2. Good. So here, one I need to make this method M2 to implement here. Otherwise, make this class as abstract. So I'll make void M2 M2 of A3. M2 of A3. Got it? So now if you see, the A3 class will have actually what? M1, M2, and then also I'll have one more method. If I want, I can have it M3. So 3 methods it has. So all the methods are completed in the A3 class. So if we have any class as an abstract, then we cannot create an object for that abstract class. Only for the complete class we can create an object. See, when I try to create an object for the A1 class, it throws me an error. A1 obj1 equal to new A1. See, it throws me an error. Cannot instantiate the type A1. That is, we cannot create an object for that. Can we create an object for the A2 class? Is it possible? No.
No.
Cannot instantiate the type A2. Can I create an object for the A3 class? Yes, we can create. Because A3 is a complete class. Because we don't have any abstract keyword there. Then, if I give here obj1.m1, see, M1 is coming from the A2 class. Can you see? M1 is coming from the A2 class. M2 and M3 is coming from where? A3 class. obj1.m2, obj1.m3. Right click, run as Java application. M1 of A2, M2 of A3, M3 of A3. Got it? Any questions for anyone on this? Understood? Any questions for anyone, guys? Anyone has any questions so far? Good. So this is about abstract class. Okay, that is when we have at least one method as an abstract, then the class also should be mentioned as abstract. Okay, so now I will show you one more class. I want you guys to execute for me. Okay, so I want you guys to execute this class. So what we have first, you guys, can you tell me right now? Hey, Hayari, can you explain me what we have in this? So what we have in the C class? Hey, hi, Shalisha, can you explain me?
Yeah, it is an abstract class in that we have a super class.
No, no superclass. What is that?
Constructor.
Yes, we have one constructor, that is the default constructor.
Yeah.
Then what we have?
Abstracts. Two abstract methods.
Test1 and test2. Two abstract methods we have here. That is abstract method means it should not have a body.
Body, yeah.
Okay. A method which has a body, can we give it as actually what? Abstract keyword? No.
Yeah, no.
That is abstract keyword. If you're giving, it should be a method which does not have a body. Yes, correct. Then one complete method.
Yeah.
Yes. Then if you have at least one class, one method as an abstract, the class should be mentioned as abstract. Yes. Then class D extends C. So now
there is one method and one static and non-static methods. One construct. Yeah.
So test1 which is actually what? An abstract method. I am given a body here.
Yeah.
Okay, then one more a new method, testify, which is a static method, which is a complete method. But even though actually what? I need to make this class as an abstract. Why?
What is the question, Murli?
So right now for me, I have test1 and testify. Both are
Yeah.
complete methods here. But why
Yeah.
I need to make this class as an abstract?
Because it is extending.
Extending from C.
Correct. Extending C. And then for what reason we are making this as an abstract?
Because class C is an abstract class.
In that test2 method, which is actually what? Abstract, that is not completed here. Got it? So test1 we have completed. We have implemented here.
Okay.
Test2
Okay.
still we have not implemented. That's why this class still need to be mentioned as abstract. If we do not mention it as actually what abstract class, it throws an error. Add the unimplemented method, which is test2. See, test2. Got it? Yes. Then class E extends D. Okay, I'm extending D. So now here I have one constructor where I'm having super keyword, and here void test2. So which was not completed, I have completed here. Then test4, then testify, which is a static method. I'm having it here. Got it?
Yeah.
So then now, can I mention this class as actually what? A complete class? So here if you see, is extending D. So here if you see test1 method, test2 method, in that test1 is right now already completed, implemented. So this I no need to worry. Testify, still test2 alone is not been completed. That one also I have implemented here. Then test4,
Complete class.
testify. All are complete methods in this class level. Got it? So that's why we are making actually what? This class as a complete class. Okay. Then E obj1 equal to new E. Okay, I'm creating an object for the E class. So when I create an object for the E class, what will happen? The constructor will start to execute. So before executing, it checks whether do we have any other constructor in the D class? No. But in the parent class we have yes. So now what will happen? So here we have super. But do we have any empty any constructor here? Nothing. But by default, JVM will have an empty constructor, right? That will be executed.
Yeah.
Okay. Any doubt, Shailaja? Clear, right? Good. Then C class.
Yeah.
Again, super keyword. Object class constructor will be empty constructor will be executed. Then it will print hello constructor. Then control comes here. E constructor. Then finally control comes here. So first the constructors program starts hello constructor and then E constructor, both are been executed. Then obj1.test1. So now it goes here. Do we have test1 method here? No. Then do we have here? Yes, test1 method of class D. Then obj1.test2. Do we have test2 method here? Yes. Always child takes highest priority. That will be executed. Then test3. Do we have test3 here? No. The parent level? No. Then here we have test3 of abstract C. Then test4. Do we have test4? Yes. Test4 of class E. Then next we have testify. Testify of class E. Then next, do we have anything? Program ends. Then I'm creating an object for the E class. Creating an object for the E class. Then after that, actually what? Reference I'm giving C class. That means whenever we are creating an object for the child class, the reference is parent class means what I told, only the members of the parent class alone will be participated. Correct? So test1, test2, test3. only those three methods alone I will be able to access, because only those are coming from the parent class. In that, non-static methods alone will be overridden also, we told. So all these three things are non-static method, because abstract methods means always it is a non-static method only. We cannot make this abstract method as a static. Got it? It throws an error. Abstract method, it should be always non-static. Got it? So then next, actually, what? Here we got this test 1 here, test 2, test 3. Then along with that, the constructor. So first constructor alone, first before executing this E class constructor, parent class constructor, hello constructor, after that E constructor that will be executed. Then after that, I'm calling the methods test 1, test 2, test 3. So test 1 method, it's coming from where? Test 1 method of class T. Then test 2 method, do we have here? Yes, test 2 method of class E. Test 3 method, do we have here? No, it's coming from the parent class, test 3 of abstract C. Got it? Clear for everyone on this?
Yeah.
Any questions for anyone on this? Any questions on understanding abstract class? Then finally, when I'm giving an actually what parent class as an actually what reference, the parent class constructors only will be executed. Got it? Any questions, guys, for anyone? So this is absolute abstract class. Okay. So do we use abstract class in the Selenium? No, we don't use. We use interfaces. Okay. How interfaces will be used, all those things we will see. Okay. And then why we need actually what interface abstract also, we will see that part in the real-time situation when we need. So when we need actually what this abstract class also, whenever I'm not sure about the requirement, okay, I'm not sure about the requirement as what to be executed, all those things. So that time what we will do means we will make it as an abstract method. That is the functionality I'm not sure. So but I'm sure that actually what this application should be revolved, it should be gone to the production only when I get the functionality details. So that time we make sure actually what those methods will be as an abstract. Once we get actually what the functionality details, then we will actually what inherit them in the child class, then we give the body for it. That's the one. Okay. Okay. Cool, guys. So we will actually what again make it. So again we will explain over there in flowchart level so that you guys will understand all those things. So we'll have a 5 minutes break. Then interface level we'll again see. Okay. So we'll have a 5 minutes break. Then we'll again execute the interface. Okay. Okay. Thank you. We'll have a 5 minutes break. Again we will start with the interface. Hello, hey guys. So we'll continue the session. So next is interface. So before going to that, we'll see what is the need of the interface, all those steps over there. So if you see, so now I have actually got a camera. So which a camera has a front and then a back camera. So right now for me, I have got actually what the specifications for my front camera, everything. Okay, so what is the VGA and then the camera type, the quality, the zoom level, the pixel level, everything I have got. But for the back camera, still now I have not got my information. So I'm very sure when my product is going to be released, I need to go with all the specifications mandatory. But right now I don't have a clarity, but which I will be getting it actually what very soon later. Okay, so that's what here we have. So what we will do means actually what whenever we are not sure about the information, but we are very sure the product has to be released only with that. Okay, so those things what we will do means we will make it as actually as a abstract method or an incomplete method. Okay, abstract method is called as a incomplete method, a method which does not have a body. Okay, a method which does not have a body is called as actually what an incomplete method, or it's called as a abstract method. So once we get the information, what we will do means, okay, so we will actually what make that method as an abstract. Okay, we will make that method as a, sorry, we will make that method actually as a complete in the child class level. Child class level actually what we will give a body for it, then after that we will go for it. Okay, that is one. Another one, so now for me information it is like this. So I'll show you one example. So now for me here, if you see, I have actually what a base motor. Okay, so here if you see, get speed, set speed, stop, I have. So the speed, stop, all those things. Okay, so the thing is actually what one, I should be able to control the speed, then I should be able to actually what display the speed whatever it is running, and then stop it. Okay, so these three things will be like a common method which will be used by any type of motors. Okay, so here if you see, I have another one more class: battery motor, electric motor, solar motor, hydro motor. So this will be started by battery, started by electric, solar, and then hydro. So these are all four again different interfaces. Then this is my class where I will be giving the implementation details. Okay, those are the places actually what where I have a common methods which need to be mandatorily used. Okay, so interfaces actually what are the thing where I need mandatorily to use these things. So those things I will be having it over there under the interface level. Because why? Because these are all mandatory things that if my product has to be released, it has to be given. So those things when I make it as a mandatory as an interface level, so you will be giving a body for it for sure. Otherwise, without that, your class cannot be completed. That's why I will mention here. I will give the body, get speed, set speed, stop. All these three things actually what body, then start by battery, start by solar. In interface level, so in class level, we can do only multi-level inheritance. Okay, B class can extend A, C class can extend B. So finally, C class will have A, B, and C. Correct? It is not directly a class C can extend A and B. Okay, multi-level only it's possible. Multiple inheritance is not possible in the class level. But the same thing, interface level, multi-level and multiple inheritance both are possible. So what I'm doing over there, see, there is a class called solar battery motor, where it's extending battery motor, comma, solar motor. This is multiple inheritance. So this is going to get the property of actually what? The battery motor the solar motor, along with that the base motor also. All the three actually what information is going to get. So these two things are actually what multiple. This is multi-level. Okay, so I need to give a body for the get speed, set speed, stop, start by battery, start by solar here. Same thing, there is another class, electric, solar, hydro motor. So this will get the information of get speed, set speed, stop, start by electric, start by solar, start by hydro. Okay, so that is, there is actually what motors which will start by electric, battery, and then solar. All the three things actually what I'll give the body here. That's what here we are doing. Got it? Any questions on this, guys? So a class is a one where we can give the implementation details. Interface will have always incomplete methods only. We cannot have a complete method in the interface level. Got it? Interface level we can have only incomplete methods only. We cannot have a complete method there. That's the thing. Okay. So how an interface will be written? So right click, new, interface will be there. Like class, we have interface separately. Here I will give my interface. So class, and then the class name. Here interface, and then the interface name. So here, can I have variables integer a equal to 10, static integer b is equal to 20, then void m1. Can I give a body for it? No, we cannot give a body for it here. Abstract methods do not specify a body. That is, in interface level, always it is incomplete methods only. Okay, so that's why it is not mandatory for me to mention here it as abstract. It is optional, because by default we all know an interface will have only abstract methods alone. Abstract methods are always non-static methods, I told. Correct? Abstract methods are always non-static methods. Okay, can I have a static method here? Static void m2, which has a body. Is it possible? Yes. m2 of my interface. That is, interface can have static methods here, complete methods, but non-static methods are always actually what? It should be actually what? Incomplete only. So those methods should be actually what? Given a class. So there is a class A1. Sorry, I will make it as B1. The main function is there. Okay, let it be main function, those things later. So B1 is actually what going to get the properties of the interface means here. So class to class is extends. A class to an interface is always implements, because a class is the one which is going to give a implementation details for the non-static methods. Implements my interface. Class B1 implements my interface. It's throwing an error. Why? Because we have actually what? One method M1 which is not completed. Okay. Otherwise, add a body over here. Otherwise, make this class as an abstract. One, you can make it as an abstract. Otherwise, you can give a body for it. So I'll try to give a body here. Void M1. So M1 of B1 class. Then now, okay. So here it's throwing me an error. What does that mean? Change the visibility to public. Okay, interface level, when you actually what inherit the method and then give a body for it, it is mandatory. We need to make that method as a public so that it can be used everywhere. That's the one thing. Okay, then I'll have a main function here. Now, CISO. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to access all the things A and B. So now B1 class is there, right? See, B1 dot. I'm able to access A and then the B. See, B is actually what static, but A I have not given a keyword called static. That means in interface level, any variable you declare, that by default it is a static member only. B1 dot B. Okay, variables are always static members inside an interface when you declare it. Can I also actually what refer them with help of my directly my interface name? My interface dot A, my interface dot B. Let me execute it. Okay, so this class, okay, it's an interface I created it. That's why I'm not able to execute. So otherwise, we'll be able to execute over here. Okay. So we will do that one later. So right now the thing is actually what b1.a it will print 10, b1.b it will print 20, my interface.a it will print 10, my interface.b it will print 20. Got it? So the help of actually what that is any variable declared inside an interface is a static member only. We can refer them with help of the interface name or the class whichever it is inherited. Got it? Then these methods. Okay, so whenever we are going to give a body for it, it should be mentioned as public in the child class. Okay, always interface methods, which is actually what given a body, it should be mentioned as public here. Got it, guys? Any questions so far? This is what the basics of actually what interface. Still, we have to see more. Have you guys understood the basics? Interface level, the basics you guys have understood? Clear, right?
So by default, interface will be like abstract only, right? Yeah.
Correct. Interface methods are always actually what it's this abstract. So that's why we don't want to give a body called abstract.
Okay.
Okay. Always a method which is declared inside an interface should be abstract. We cannot give a body for it. But static methods we can give a body. But in non-static methods are always it should be without a body. Got it?
Yeah.
Good. So this is about interface. So another half an hour it will take for me. So can I stop the session here or shall we continue with the interface? You let me know. To next week or we can continue.
I think only next week we will continue.
Sure. No worries.
Let us revise once before we start next step, right?
Yes. That we will do. I will give you for sure.
Yeah.
Sure, Ari. Yeah. Okay, guys. With this, I'll stop for today. Next week again, we will continue with the interface. Okay. One more thing, a small feedback alone I need here. So is that actually what I'm giving a lot of breaks over here, right? So is that fine, or you guys think that I'm giving more breaks? I just want to know that alone.
No, that is fine for us. Yeah.
It's good, right? Ari, for you also it's okay, right? If you guys feel that I'm giving more break, let me know, because every topic level I just trying to give small breaks. If you guys feel that I'm giving more breaks, let me know.
This will be fine for me only because I have kids. I'm just giving breakfast and all in between.
Sure. No worries. Cool then. Then we will go as however we are going.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Tomorrow again we will meet by the next week. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.